cable on the wires, the question is closed. The poles are frozen, we are on business. Frost glistens, the door is locked strictly. Ice underfoot, the platform is deaf. Silence presses like steel, the tally is kept. Key in the pocket, the lock won't flinch. Steps without sound, everything is in plain sight here. But only those who know inside can see. The path to the overpass, smoke will not rise. The cable is taut, I steal protocol. The lantern goes out, a halo shadow on the wall. The shackle holds the cold without extra words. The rivet sparkles, a matter of seconds. The rail underfoot tolerates no mistakes. The door, a wall of steel without cracks. We are those who will see where the light still smolders. The sheet is sealed, the ledger waits. The cable will hold, it won't surrender to the frost at the station. The haze is transparent like glass. Slag falls quietly, the forged hammer knocks. The platform meets the cold dawn. Keys in the chain, we keep order strictly. The staircase is frozen, a step without rollback. Everything by the code, a finale without relations. The yard is silent at the hour when the lantern's light drowns. The seal on the protocol, the word is law. The cable stretches, steel has become frostbitten. The lock and the door, stage 4, a game without words. The rails count as the load is lifted from the shoulders. Rivets information, the pulse of industry's here. The question is closed, we endure without reason. We watch for when the dawn wakes up. A mask of shadow on the concrete wall. The overpass is cold, its voice is empty. The cable holds the check for strength and stability. The warehouse under surveillance, control goes into the night. The bell honks far away, not for passers-by. Depth on the palm key, in a heavy fist. The lantern went out, but the light burns inside. We do as we must, everything is sharpened for GOST. Cable on the wires, the question is closed. The platform is in shadow, the lock is always strong. The seal is set, we know when and how. The rail rusts, but holds the load and fate. Rivets groan, the sound of a hammer in the steel. The doors closed, foreign light does not shine for us. Under the dawn, silence behind the steel line. We are on business, fear and noise look from the outside.
Ring on the hand, not for beauty. In this cold hour, the tally is kept. Not a word, only steel in the hand. The hell to burn to the very bottom. The platform is in shadow, the lantern doused the light. Key on the chain, a lock without answers, a promise born at dawn. The steel ring is our secret. Without extra words, the business is on the scales. The lock closed, the door without patience. The rail burns underfoot, a cold ring. The seal on the column, the claws, and silence is law. The ledger knocks out in the palm, hands in oil, but each is stronger than steel. The bell beats in the distance, whispers not in vain. A matter of seconds, the question is always solved. The ring is welded, not worn in vain. The chain is strong, bound by steel without words. Frostbitten hands seal the union, a sign of the oath that we keep without embellishment. The alleyway is in shadow, the lantern goes out quietly. The rail will respond with an inaudible blow. The city in silence under our contract staircase. Start from new steps, the tally is kept. The seal stands hard, the ledger protocol to the end. Hands clenched like a hammer in a fist. The contract is sealed, fear is removed from the tally. The overpass is in smoke, the lantern a dim light. The rail whispers a note to the sounds of the bell. The ring bound, fastened to fates. Here we are without words, still is our key to the court. The lock is closed, the lantern on the wall goes out. The warehouse under guard, a shadow on the concrete slab. The platform waits for those who hold the bridge, the door hides. The bitterness and flame of handshakes, burnt skin, traces of our resilience. The ring not a game, but an essence that is started forever. The underpass, our passes without extra words. The protocol, in the heart, cold and lifeless. Ring of the hand, not for beauty. The tally is kept strictly, further without words. Hand in hand, hands burn, but stand the promise and steel and know for dawn. The lock keeps a trace of silence, is the answer. The ray leads us there where there is no return. Still ring, an oath without sound, and words. A matter of seconds, the question is closed forever.
Vault in the deep. The question is closed forever. Ice on the shackles. The key is not in free hands. The platform is empty, still under the seams of winter. The seal is set, the code is written in the ledger. A shadow on the wall, a rusty hammer hits the lock. The frozen yard is silent, the chain holds the weight of the secret. The door without plate, steel and ice in a binding circle. We are on business, calculation step after step. Sealed vault, not for strange eyes. The lantern on the rails casts a dim pattern in the alleyway of blue shadows. The tally is kept, the shovel is under lock. Work goes on in the shadow. The code is more than gold in the bins. Every step a ghost to squeeze the key in the palm.
Without extra words, the door keeps not only metal, the vault keeps those who know how to break the silence. The code lock is stronger than any word. The iron rivet fixes the protocol.
In the underground yard, the line of defense is straight. The rails froze like a swarm cold. Tally our vault is not a storehouse of money and plans. Here the code is life, behind it stands faith. The ledger under a solder of ice and frost. The question is closed, hold the key, the entrance is free. A ring to strangers, only a sound under the knock of a hammer. The door underground, a starting point for brothers.
Mask of the night and the lantern fades in the distance. We know the cold is stronger than any alarm. Steel protocol,
water will not wash away the trace. Everything is sealed and the check goes on again. The shadow of an old key on the frozen glass. Further without witnesses, we keep the tally in silence. Vault does not play, it is not for weak hands. Frost on the lock holds a timer sharp steel. Under the staircase, the platform is lost. The furnace of the code burns, the flame is put into business. The hammer, a steel sign on the door. The silence of the half-light keeps only the faithful remember. The storehouse is cold, only to those who hold the key. Words do not go in vain here. The code is our shield, ice is only the outer wall. The question is closed, they knock on the door only with a sign. The lantern's halo, a cold sign from the past. Vault in the dungeon, soaked in silence, no one will touch. While the key lives in the hands of steel platform, guard of time and death. The lock is only a reflection of those who are in their circle. Vaulted in deep, the question is closed forever.
Key under glass, the question is closed, a matter of seconds. Caution, a crack in the concrete and on the wall. In a forgotten office, the hour is stopped through the glass. The rails are silent, the overpass hums with icy breath. The seal is set, the door is locked, the cipher is under control. Nearby a pale lantern flickers in the concrete shadow. The code is only for those who know correspondence in the ledger. The key is visible but unreachable. The question is solved without words. Key in the ice of the glass, the shadow of a steel hammer. Rivets on metal like in the inspection box. The yard and platform keep the full protocol of the law of silence. Frozen like frost
lost on the lock. The key is not just an object, but a symbol of the God standard. Behind the glass, a crack is steel cipher taken into the archive. Ring the ring of a bell amidst noisy wires. The countdown begins, the deal holds on the lock. The alleyway, a shadow will land and shine dimly. The rails go booming as if into life with a protocol. The key is visible to all but stone, glass, a barrier and a wall. The dim light of the lantern draws a column in the ledger. Entries closed for those who do not know the law of the lock. The rivet in the door, the guard of the old system. The seal on the table, the question is solved without loud words. The key is a code only for those on business and without extra phrases. The city in silence, long shadows on the concrete walls. Like underfoot, the chain holds everything in an iron hand. In a forgotten office amidst dust and old marks. The glass cracked, the key is there, but the barrier is indestructible. On the platform wait only those who took the oath of the word. Under the lock is a secret that cannot be brought to light. The frozen rail underfoot, a path only for those who know. A matter of seconds, the door will close. The tally is closed without words. The key is located under glass, icy cold from above. Passively see but go through. Without the code you can't enter there. Sealed protocol, God, speed how you turns. The lantern trembles in the sky beneath the concrete in the darkness of the yard. Cracked glass, a sign for those who read the map. The lock and the ledger, lines of fade and tally. In the empty alleyway, only the echo of the key under glass without extra words. The connection between us and the wall of ice. Key under glass, the question is closed. A matter of seconds in the world of concrete walls. The answer is beyond the frame of visible words. Only he who knows will break the fragile barrier of the shadow. The rails are silent, the platform waits for a cold fate. The seal is set, the door is closed, the protocol is enforced. The thin halo, the land, and slag underfoot. The code is alive, the key is visible to all, but only a steel hand reaches it. The question is closed. Key under glass and we are on business. Key under glass and we are on business. The rail trembles, cold cuts the light. Key in the palm, movement according to plan. Frost in the joint, slack, silence without answers. The door is locked, the tally is kept scrupulously. The rail is a promise and the thread barely heard. The platform is silent but does not forgive a miss. The alleyway waits, their steps do not fall silent. We are on business without extra words and interference. The rail trembles, cold cuts the light. We are on business without extra words and interference. Shadow on the wall, the lantern shines dimly. The rivet is cold like a grate in the gate. The overpass in the haze, steel and concrete. The seal on the column, control every evening. Steps on the rail, silently answer me. The ledger, every move is a protocol. The lock on the door, a point of no return. A matter of seconds in the city, steel lights. In the frosty block, the rail compresses hard. The key to fate in a hand tightly clenched. The wires are tense, a ring on the edge is heard. Warehouse doors keep the past silence. The rail is a line of drama and chronicle. The platform looks into the dawn without delay. The door a border where they pay without witnesses. We are on business, the question is closed, the seal stands. The overpass and the rail steal along the city of feelings. The lantern in the half-light, a halo without breath. Slag sparkles with frost, the fire in the distance is dead. The seal is sealed, codex and debts. The rail a mute road, but the promise has a clear tally. The lock in the pocket, firmness without extra words. The underpass, a shadow where there is no remaining. The legend,
Here everything is by GOST. The rail stirs under the light of the icy morning. The platform sighs, the night goes into silence. The rivet on the rail, a blow that will not be erased. The doors closed, keys are in the hands of the keeper. We are on business, silence bears responsibility. The shadow on the concrete, a sign that tallies alive and true. The rail is a promise that one cannot forget. The seal stands, the answer cannot be held in words. The rail trembles, cold cuts the light. We are on business without extra words and interference.
La profanity. Yeah. Lock on the door, the question is closed. Hide behind the wall, cold here without a key. Take my death is still or a short. The dim light of a lantern, the seal is set. There is no passage here in vain. Rabbits of one steps, a tally by guns. The door is on the lock that keeps more than metal. We are on business, silence under frozen skin. You won't move the lock easily. Further without words, and the ledger lines are traced with no right to go back. Rails and frost, the overpass breeze will shadow the last ring in the alley between the yards. The lock keeps attempts that through the years when they're broken. Still polishes the frost, slag accumulates history. The door is locked and you won't find the key to it. We don't give up positions, the tally has kept memories alive. Go shackled the bracket, the end of the seal is visible. The lock on the warehouse, the duty sign of silence. You won't extend a hand, the years are beaten off by ice. The lantern is abandoned, a shadow crawls on the concrete. Remember, keys lay in the palm of others. The question is closed, the door won't give up without business. The rail behind the fence, an echo of steps of the past. The walls are silent where the hum is frozen like a river. Important to remember, the door holds by the protocol. The lock is hardened with no chance to crack in the hand. In oil and rust, the burden of new contracts. The warehouse piles up shadows where the tally goes in lines. No guest behind the door, no chance for a mistake. Centuries are sealed in the fragile steel of the knot. A knife won't cut for the key, there are no obstacles. A matter of seconds, the lock only keeps the silence. The lock won't change its knot, yeah. The seal is enforced, the alleyway keeps the cold in a clear step. Steel fingers of the chain, a notepad of accounting for truth. The doorkeeper of memory, not just math. The bell beats in the night, but the lock still stands. The platform burns and the distant lights of work are off in the shadow, a voice without access. The door won't open, the lock is the key to the answer. Lock on the door, the question is closed. Right behind the wall, cold with years without a key. Rust stains, iron paint penetrates the steel warehouse yard. The dim light of the lantern, the seal is set. There is no passage here in vain. Rivets are worn steps, a tally by ghosts. The door is on the lock that keeps more than metal. We're on business, silence under frozen skin.
Chain on the door. The question is closed. Frost on the link, traces of old battles. The dim lantern throws a shadow on the concrete, where every step is a matter of seconds without words. The alleyway is silent, the steel beats in vain. The seal is set, the code is known to a few. The rail is frozen, dollied, the ledger is under lock. Further without witnesses, this is no place for dispute. The chain holds the door, ordered by GOST. Rivets in the metal like lines in the contract. The old key in memory, the lock cannot be moved. I check in the shadow, the decision is beyond the threshold. Snow falls evenly, ice like trouble on the glass, we're on business. Everyone knows the line and the step. The question is closed, the door is not for strangers. The protocol is sustained, the move is open forever. The old yard keeps the count of cold deals. The chain is burned through with frost. Old words are shackled on the slab. Shadows, history in the face of the walls. The bell is far away, only the ringing of steps is heard. The lantern calls with light that will not break the silence. Here they don't touch their own. Here they live by the codex. The door is tightly closed. The iron is at the limit. The question is closed. We know it cannot be touched. Every link is soaked with a heavy burden. The lock is a close on silence and death. Through the cold the city whispers. Slag settles in the corner under the overpass. The iron watch is eternal. The dead by the tally is precise. The paper holds the mark. Behind every grade is a textbook of all reports. If the code is known, the chain will not drift. The seal stands and the door answers with silence. Shadows on the wall, the steel guard a moment. The warehouse keeps the code. The platform knew the war, we are on business. Hidden in the shadow and in the ice. The frostbitten key will not break the concrete. The chain will not let words escape that are not by the tally. The contract is read up, but the chain is a sign of a barrier. The lantern blinks, the check goes smoothly. The question is closed, here the seal cannot be broken. Chain on the door, the question is closed. Steel will not fall out of real hands. The alleyway keeps the column where the tally is kept. The city will not forgive an extra breath and step. The ledger fades, but the chain does not give up. Those who hold the line strictly know the code. The door is locked, the past is sealed. Further without witnesses, silence forever. Glove on the door, the question is closed. Cold contact, business without words. The rail is even, like a check in the ledger. The platform waits, the night holds the lantern. All of the automation still squeezes the palm. The rusty hammer does not scream, it decides the fact. Code on the wrist, a trace without a print. The lock is under lock, the tally is held clearly. Glove on the door, the question is closed. Shadow on the wall, a glove of half a century. The rivet is lightly silent under the hum of the overpass. Key in the pocket, without extra reasons. The alleyway, a figure without a report. The seal is already tight, the journalists strictly leave through amidst the rusty slag. Everything goes by, blessed without spots and stains. And even move, the glove is in business. We go further without words. The glove bend, but it not tear. The rail twitch still slides from the fingers. The ledger lines without extra spaces. The lantern dances in the half-light, it didn't lie. The platform is hidden, a deal in the shadow without an echo. The lock whispers, the protocol is sustained. The chain flies off, the sound of the hammer like an oath. The glove is worn, but I see its trace. The fact is sealed, the tally is kept without disputes. The glove bend, but it not tear. The shackle knocks in oil and even step the underpass without extra eyes and words. Key on hand, an emblem of those who are outside the frames. The stairwell cliff is covered in the frost of silence. The seal is set, form and rule are verified. The door is closed, the path is neutral and empty. The glove, a sign of those who work in the shadow without prints, only the result. The question is closed.
The platform rings under the knock of steel protocols. The lock holds, the chain did not flinch in the frost. The glove is touched by many deals. The tally is kept without extra announcements. The rail is even. Underfoot there are no sparks. The ledger lines on metal. The glove in the business, an invisible witness. The seal stands a matter of seconds. The question is closed. The city is silent. The lantern casts a shadow. The glove is thin. The strength is not a question. The depot stood up under the hum of metal steps. The lock grows stronger. Resilience is on the palm. The rail whispers. The chain is closed. Rely. The glass is covered with frost. No answer is given. The work is finished. The tally is closed without words. Glove on the hand. The result under the protocol. Glove on the door. Question is closed.
Lock on the staircase, the door under a bushel. 2 floors whisper the old protocol. The key lies quietly, codes on paper. The seal on the door, we're without witnesses. Steel and concrete, the guard of memory. The lantern throws a halo on the shackle. The lock without words keeps the tally of time. The question is closed. The entrance is without guests. The sound of the lock, an echo of steps in the cage. The platform waits, silence burns. The rails catch distant memories. The ledger will not change the roads. The door is wide open, not for outsiders. The alleyway hides a cold draft. Lock guards the peace under the concrete roof. We are on business, further without extra words. Second step, step by step. The shackle holds the lock with a frozen verdict. Shadow on the wall, scars that cannot be forgotten. Key on the palm, the code stands strong. Warehouse in the fog, the chain jingles without reason. The rail won't let you slide over the edge of the route. The stairwell, a labyrinth of discipline. The lock keeps the iron course. The profile is sealed, business in the protocol. The key of live, days deep in the pocket. The seal stands, movement is locked. The lantern blinks weakly to the beat. This abyss, the staircase, a zone without noise. The bell has long ceased to call for war. Lock is silent, the god of memory, a matter of seconds. The door is locked. You ascend up the steps, a path without compromises. The hammer knocks on metal in the distance. The ledger, lines in the mound of the past. Rivets hold everything that cannot be broken. Without extra words, the line is drawn, the warehouse is empty. But under the door, traces lock stands behind the 2-story silence. The shadow on the concrete, the border is closed. Lock on the stairwell flight, a guard without fatigue. Keys in the pocket, rules are strict like steel. The seal is in place, tallies kept strictly. The lantern rises a halo on the chain. The entrance is the border between worlds, rails and doors. Under firm control, a lock, not just metal, but a guard of order. The question is closed, a step into the depth, without interference. Glass in the warehouse, the glance a key to the doors. Silence into a word. We are on business. The lantern's halo draws a net on the walls, heat on the glass, but there is a cold tally there. The pain misted over, as if the term is under lock. The seal is lowered,
A word in the ledger, column steps behind the rail. Silence in the business, the door is closed, key in the palm, the tally's kept. A signal behind the glass, the city whispers without words, further without witnesses. We know what this leads to, a shadow on the wall. The lantern goes out in the entrance, a lock did not flinch, time a matter of seconds. The staircase, a hammer of rain on the roof. The shackle and chain hold the alleyway in check. The pain glows dimly, only it hurt between the eyes. A protocol, there are no doubts. The first knock with silence, a signal behind the glass. A sheet from the ledger, a word without sound. The platform burns, the last ring of the rail. The key pulls the lock, business without a path. One tap, the instruction is applied clearly. Silence is stronger than chain and steel in the tunnel. We don't speak, eyes transmit the degree. The seal is set, the door is locked, the question is closed. The panel missed it over. The signal is not extinguished, cold drives through the screen. The mask is sustained, the lantern on the overpass cuts the night like a knife. The rail is rusty like memory, afraid of the wind behind the glass. There is no place for extra words. The shackle on the door, stamped in fate, a code without fire. A cold guise, business is seconds. Behind the lines of steel, the night yard breathes with shadow. The pain is a witness, the glance, the transmission strictly bypassing the lips. The hammer of rain knocks heavily on the asphalt. The underground fog, silence on the clock, the ledger without the right to repeat. The lantern covered its lines like a seal, key in the palm. Business by the protocol, the glass caught the knock, and they don't shout anymore. Glass in the warehouse, glance, the key to the doors. A signal behind the glass, time is under lock. Further without witnessing, everything is purgo. Silence is the law, the door. A strong lock, the pain is silent in the frost. Whisper strictness, the seal decides who's ready and who is not. We are on business, steps in the shadow of the overpass. The door is closed, and you can't pass without words.
Ring on the finger. The question is closed over the overpass. Metal polished by years, scars hold the flame. The lantern shines dimly, shadow on the wall, traces of the protocol. The door under lock, key in the palm. The tally is kept for a long time. Rails hung below, steel to steel, we are on business. The seal in the ledger, a sign that this won't be sold. The ring is not a decoration, but a burden that is carried. A shackle to the finger, firmly more than just a symbol. Ring on the finger, the question is closed over the overpass. Cold cut on steel, frost in the ring of rails. Life given by GOST, the lock holds the silence like a guard at the gates of the void. The alleyway in haze, a chamber for silence. The door is locked, the lantern goes out slowly. The halo melts on the concrete. The ledger, sheets in the seal, each a debt not to be forgotten. The tally is kept precisely. We stand for the truth in the codex. You can't buy the ring, it is only to be worn and kept. Ring on the finger, smooth the years like a scar on time. The overpass is steel beneath it, the city breezes fatigue. The rails are taut like a shackle, not to unclench, not to surrender. Key on hands, the path to the gloom is closed for doors forever. A door without sound, behind it a protocol, engraved without extra words. The seal stands firm like a hammer of a blacksmith's work. The lantern lights the path where every step is a matter of seconds. The ring, a note that runs in the veins, not measured in gold. Ring on the finger, the question is closed over the overpass. The staircase is iced over, the cold sharpens the lock. The chain rusts but is strong, holds the pact under the concrete vault. The ledger, lines where there is no place for chance. The yard carries dust and sound, the cold ring, the rivets and steel. The rail whispers in the wires, all on business further without witnesses. The ring is not a sign of a deal, but a weight that cannot be removed without order. A shackle on the finger, silence under this lantern's halo. Ring on the finger,
The seal of the streets where there is no right to error. The lock is cold like frost under a rail in the night silence. The lantern goes out, the shadow stretches towards the platform. The ledger keeps stories that won't be shown to the light. The door is closed, the key is in place, no one will pass it without will. The rail leads into tomorrow where every step is a cemented debt. The ring is a fortress that holds everyone inside together. The tally is kept, we carry what is not sold and not surrendered. Ring on the finger, the question is closed over the overpass. The hammer beats in rhythm, steel bends but will never surrender. The door on the lock, in the silence, its own code of voices and steps. The seal stands like a steel guard on the line of fate. The lantern on the side where we keep our word and honor. The rail hums, the chain is strong and winds will not break the sound. The ring, not just metal but a sign that we carry to the end. Ring on the finger, the question is closed over the overpass. Ring on the finger, the question is closed over the overpass. Ledger on the shelf, the door no questions, the ice is sealed, the hammer decides the matter. Strict protocol, dead beyond words without rights. Every sheet, dust of winter, without the right to look. The key is heavy, the lock stands on the lock. In the archive, silence dead is not forgiven here. The city flickers, the lantern casts a shadow. We are on business, the tally is kept by the shackle. The wind behind the overpass sounds with silence. The ledger, an icy verdict. The rail knocks far away, all steps are recorded. The platform hums, they keep the door without rights. The seal is cold on the frozen glass. The sound of the hammer, the finale, the question is closed. The chain is fastened, the numbers in the column are heavy. The tally beyond words, further without witnesses. The steel grate keeps the archive in the night. The column in the ledger, a forgotten debt. The lantern shadow falls on the platform, the frost is set. The lock keeps the word. Every page, passport of silence. The warehouse is iron, slag frozen in silence. Key in the palm, seal is set. They won't open the door, the tally is kept strictly. In the dusty shadow of the alleyway, the shackle creaks a matter of a minute. The protocol is not simple behind the civic glass. Records without rights. The platform is empty, the dead legs behind the rivet is driven. Ice in every word. The bell rings, the sound outweigh the ledger draws the line of honor. We are on business, the door is buried forever. The rail knocks dully, the night is painted with dust. The key grows heavy in the palm, the lock won't give up. The ledger, the storehouse of silence, the staircase, an unchanging guard. All debts are recorded outside the voice. The seal stands, the flicker of light without lies. In the archive, steel and order, not words. The door is locked, here the facade is closed. Ledger on the shelf, the door no questions. The platform breathes with a brush of winter frost. In the ledger, traces of others' debts. The pages are closed, the steel shadow keeps them. Without extra words, here is a matter of seconds. The sound of the hammer, the last code and sign. Key in hand, the seal stands on the lock. We are on business. The street knows the price. Frost on the handle hides the traces. Iron silence, here the tally is kept. Without hurrying words, without extra dust. Key in the pocket, the door does not give in.
The yard is wrapped in steel, the lantern flickers. Working the deep freeze, a matter of seconds. The shovel waits, the tongue does not betray. Quiet business, without screams, without noise. The lock keeps the covenant from wind and lies. Finger on the ledger, a line in the tally. Every rivet knows the measure, rails knock like a code of question. The platform waits for the cargo, the alleyway, the silent shovel and frost. Code without compromise, it does not scream, it lies. The seal on the column, a condition in words. The door is locked, further without witnesses. Under the overpass of life without extra phrases. Steel holds the day, metal does not surrender. Contribution to the business, not for social glory. Shadow on the wall, traces on the asphalt. The shovel is hard, ice on the handle. The speech is simple, the tally is kept evenly. In the strip of land is where feet are not heard. The smell of cold reminds of oaths. The ledger, the cipher on the palm. The city by GOST, we are on business. Around the corner, a chain, rails, an echo of steps. Without extra words, the agenda is decided. The shovel, a symbol of work and waiting. This weight is silent proof. The rusty hammer, metal shines with frost. The path is clear, but the business still waits. The case is sealed, the tail in the shadow of basements. The rail creaks quieter than bullets in the night. The staircase, there is a sign and a seal. Keys on hands, shut for a moment. The shovel is cold, but the hands are ready. Silence, a sign that everything is under control. Shovel in the yard, the question is closed. Time is metal, cold and hard. The alleyways, bridges and lanterns are silent. Work is classified in the cold yard. The shovel waits, it is not proud, it makes no noise. Its weight is in the deep, not in the loud word. The work is done, the tally is kept evenly. The frozen shovel, a sign and a seal.
Match in the warehouse, one chance for order. In the shadow by the lock, where silence presses. The key is silent in the palm, the door is closed. The ring of the rail knocks, tally goes without words. The platform is empty, the lantern dims. A sheet in the ledger, a line without rights. The match does not burn, and this is not a flash. Matter of seconds, glances decide. Match in the warehouse, one chance for order. Shadows on the walls, a shackle on the rusty beam. A rivet in steel like a seal in a contract. The lantern did not flinch, order in the condition. The question is closed, fire is not cold in vain. The ledger, a record of restraint. The door behind the shoulders, a cold protocol. The match is not lit, it keeps discipline. The rail underfoot, a step without error. The tally is kept, the match is a cold sign. In the corner of the warehouse lies the last match, where the overpass keeps an icy piece. The key is clenched tight, secrets won't be leaked. The door under lock, meaning and waiting. The lantern reflects the shadow waiting for decision. Slag and concrete, here speech does not go in vain. The match is silent, it's not about the flame, about discipline that keeps it at the ready. The tally is kept, the match is a cold sign. The platform is empty, the path is sealed with a key. The rail, the code of the city, steel pulse. The river
rivet in the door holds the lock in place. The column in the ledger word worth its weight in gold. The match is not a fire, but control and endurance. The ring of the hammer, not a flash, but a protocol. Quietly the match waits, ready to strike. When the hour comes, errors cannot be counted. A matter of seconds, the question was closed long ago. In the embrace of the warehouse, a cold protocol. The lantern's halo, the shadow draws lines. The key in the hand is heavy, the chain does not break in vain. The seal is set, here is a stage without words. The match keeps the purity of one chance. The rivet in the slab, a guarantee of statics. Don't touch the fire, if it's not time. The match is alive, it keeps silence. A matter of seconds, the question was closed long ago. In the last corner, its weight is clearly heard. The match is not light, but a pause in movement. The staircase slack, an icy wind, a freeze frame of metal where time does not wait. The ledger is closed by the eye of the mechanism. The lock on the door, a sign of preserved faith. Neither flash nor flame, only the point of the frontier. When the hour comes, the match will light once. Matter of seconds, further without witnesses.
Underground bell. The question is closed. The ring of steps on the overpass. We're on business. Concrete without errors. Key in the palm and the shadow of lanterns. The seal stands. The lock on the door that leads to the term. The tally is kept strictly. Further without witnesses. Under the platform, the last word. The bell rang. The line is drawn. The bell does not scream, it simply sounds. A shadow on the wall and a rail depresses firmly. Still in the air, advice. This staircase keeps the ants. The city whispers silence in the wires. The door is locked. The question is not open. Underground business. The seal on the column. The bell is left. Steps have gone quiet. The ring and left a trace in the December frost. The platform waits. The key is turned again. The rail without flaws. The shackle holds the knots. The seal is not removed. The contract cannot be reset. The seal will not repeat. It is alone in the night. Behind it is a closed warehouse and a chain of questions. The glass is dim. The night holds the course. The bell is left. A matter of seconds. The voice of silence. When the ring is at the bottom. The alleyway is silent. The lock is welded with steel. Timed by GOST. Without extra words. The bell is not forgotten. It is the key at the gate. The question on the scale. The answer in the shadow. The standard is sustained. The tally is sharp like a knife. Slag on the bricks, recognized by skill. The ring succeeded. The line is drawn. The ledger, line sharp as a blade. The underground yard, a film of a dark day. The bell, a sign of the last deal. The lantern flickers. The shadow on a concrete pack, a rusty hammer. An icy chain in hand. The door is closed. Keys are not sought in vain. The ring it has passed. It means it's time to leave. The bell behind the back. The line in the morning. Bell on the door. The question is closed. The platform waits. The hand is clenched. Underground ring. The last protocol. The key is turned. Steel decides the matter. The rail awaits the meeting. The night does not forget. Steps have gone quiet. The seal is set. The bell has